Hello cat chums, today I'm just going to show you how to brush a cat with specifically a flea brush. So this is Florence, and first off I'm going to take off her collar. So if we're on a flea hunt, and I think it helps to get rid of the collar because a lot of the fleas will be around the neck area. I found even with a flea protection collar with the juice in the flea collar, the fleas were still gathering in this area. Now, when you're stroking your pussycat, see, she loves it. When you're brushing your pussycat, first off, if you've not done it ever before, then there's going to be some matting in her fur. So you want to be holding the brush at an angle which is kind of perpendicular to her fur. So what we're doing is we're just getting rid of any knots, really. And as we get rid of the knots, you can go a more obtuse angle. So you see what I mean there? So basically we're going from this, which is straight, to this, and we're kind of covering more area that way because more fur is going through the brush, the comb. It's a flea comb, isn't it? I got this one off eBay for only £3, less than £3 even. Don't know how much they cost now, but they're excellent, they're indispensable, 5 out of 5 experience, you're going to need it if you want to fend off the fleas. I'd probably recommend brushing about once or twice a week, any cat, if you can have the time for it. But she gets brushed daily because she likes it so much. I think what you'll find is she knows what you're doing. She knows that you're brushing her and you're cleaning her and you're trying to make her keep her well. Because that's essential in cats, in their health. You can tell by the way that they clean themselves so regularly. So you will develop, hopefully, a good relationship with your cat. It depends on trust though. Not all cats are the same. Some will be extremely difficult to brush. So you'll just have to do what you can to build up that trust, really. But I'd suggest try not to irritate the cat. That's the main thing. Do a little bit until the cat gets annoyed, and then I suppose you just have to stop and leave it for a while. Well, she likes this. Look, she's having a sniff. But the reason why we've got so much into brushing Florence is because when we moved into this house, it was infested with fleas, right? So this is the worst case scenario. Once your house, this is quite a big house as well. Once your house is infested with fleas, it's going to take you months to get rid of them, even with the very best products on the market, like spraying stuff. It took us about 3 months to get them under control and get rid of them. We've not seen any since, and she's never had a flea problem up until that point. What I should say, detecting fleas, so this is just brushing the cat, so she likes that. That's nice. The tail as well. With the tail, you hold it at an angle perpendicular to the tail here, because the tail is a bit of a specific one. I mean, I could probably do it at a slight angle, but I think she just prefers it that way. Try and get all 4 kind of corners of the tail if you can. Tails are difficult though, so just leave it, I've not found many fleas on the tail when she was flea infested, so it's not an essential by any means. Just brush what she's happy brushing, and because all this is doing, right, this is not a way of getting rid of the fleas. Because you're not going to kill all the fleas doing it this way. It's really to test how many fleas she's got, to figure out if there are fleas in her environment, and you really need to treat the environment with the fleas. And the most important thing, the real way of getting rid of it, is by treating the cat with protection. Like the juices on the back of the neck or the pills. That's the way to keep the fleas at bay, and to do that regularly. We do it monthly, just about, with Florence, and we've not had any problems, except for that one time, which was the house being infested, because you do not want that. That is the worst case. So this is the first part of the deterrent. This is detection, basically. What we will find, so every time when we're looking for fleas actively, every time we brush, right, every time you brush, just look along here. If you hold it up to the light, get a bit of reflection here. Sometimes you can see the dark fleas. They've got like a red tinge to them as well. Unfortunately, fortunately, she's not got any fleas presently, so I can't really show you any fleas. There's also flea eggs as well. They show up as little white, like grains of rice, but smaller than rice. She wants some more brushing. So you'll find those things. Probably do a Google image search of what they look like. But you're looking every single brush. Look, and sometimes they bounce off. They're faster than your eye can focus on this. If something bounces off and you're not sure what it is, it's probably a flea. So just keep going. And I think the overall thing is, though, it's prevention. There are other brushes on the market as well. So non-flea combs, which are probably better just for general grooming of your cat. But we've never used them, and because she's a short hair, I think this is good enough. You know, it does the job nicely, and she's happy. She really likes being brushed, and if she's not brushed in the morning, she'll come meowing at you and sit in her basket and tell you what she wants. So it's part of the routine of daily life for us now. But she is a cat that likes being brushed. She does enjoy it, so it is an option for ourselves. I understand for some people it might not be an option, but this is how you brush a cat, basically. The more you get into it, you'll get the muscle memory. At first, you'll tug at the wrong part, right? And also you need to develop her fur as well. Or his fur. The more you brush, the better the easier it will be. So you need to brush each bit. I would say you want to brush her full top end, especially around the neck. You can brush the chin. Some aren't very happy with that, but she is. But it's not essential. I think most of your fleas will be found in this area, pretty much. Some on the back as well, possibly the tail. And the head as well is another one. You can get quite a few fleas off the head. Don't forget the head, if your cat will allow. But the back of the neck is a very easy one to brush, so that's going to be your prime zone for catching fleas. And don't get me wrong, don't forget as well, right? If you brush it once, twice, 3 times, you might not get a flea. But then the 4th or the 5th, or even the 7th time, you catch the fleas. So it's not 100%. You know, it's not like one brush through the fur will be good enough. You need to keep on going. It's meditative, so a good brushing session, if she's like behaviour-wise, if she's flicking and looking irritated, itchy ears, that kind of thing, then it's worth brushing your cat just to check, just to be sure, and obviously doing regular flea treatments. Anyway, if this has been useful, then you know what to do, like, subscribe, etc. And my pussycat chums, I hope you have a most excellent day. Drop your comments and your thoughts on brushing your cat. How well is it going for you? Is there any tips you can provide people with that makes it better, like using dreamies or something? I don't know. I don't know. Not that they're liable to being being conned into being brushed. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.